Now, as we discussed an example of upward communication, that same example we will use in downward communication. In upward communication, we discuss that how that message how we can communicate in any bank through upward communication. The message will go to branch manager from the cashier. Now in the downward, as I told you, that downward communication is totally opposite of upward communication. So here the message is coming from upper level to down level. So that is the same chart, but the flow is different. You are able to see the flow, that chain is the same. Branch manager, finance manager, or operation manager, and from those managers it will come to cashiers. So the chain is the same: cashier, manager, and branch manager, but the flow is different. Here the information, the communication is coming from the higher level to lower level, and in the upward communication, the information, the communication was going from lower level to upper level. So through the example of bank, we are able to understand that how this downward communication will work. Here from branch manager will convey the information or the message to the second level. Second level means marketing manager, finance manager, operation manager, and those managers will again pass their information to the first line employees like cashiers and BDO. So the channel is the same, but the flow is different. Here the flow is coming from upper level to higher level. Now, along with this upper level and along with this upward and downward communication, there is one more communication, that is what? That is horizontal. Now, what is horizontal communication? Communication between departments or people on the same level in the managerial hierarchy of any organization. For example, finance marketing manager is communicating with finance manager. So both those people are on the same position, they are on the same level, but they are communicating like this. So here the communication is not upward, not downward, else the communication is horizontal. So one manager is talking to the manager of other department is horizontal communication. Now all the departments of organization are internally connected. Now if we talk about bank, right, there are so many departments: marketing department, finance department, operation department, loan department. So all these departments, they have different managers. So if these managers will communicate with each other, that will come into horizontal communication, because one department, the head of the one department is communicating with the head of the another department. So if they both will communicate, that is horizontal communication. For example, production manager, sales manager, and purchase managers. All these three are head of the different departments. Production manager is head of the production department. Sales manager is the head of the sales department. And purchase manager is the head of the purchase department. Now if all these three, if they will communicate with each other, if they will share their information with each other, that communication will come into horizontal, right? And the flow will go like this only. Maybe from here to here, and it can be from here to this way. Now we may say that horizontal communication is important for what? For job coordination, decision making. Why decision making? Because we are working in a same organization, right? And in that same organization there are so many departments. So if they will communicate with each other, they are able to solve their problems, they are able to do the discussion, right? And through that discussion they can solve so many problems. They can make new planning, they can make new project if they will communicate with each other. Further, problem solving, as I said, that if one department, the head of one department is communicating with the head of another department, they both can solve their problems with each other. Sharing of ideas and information. Those people, they can share their ideas and information with each other. This is the web. This is the flow of horizontal communication. Production, purchase, sales, accounts, public relation, administration, all are connected to each other. And all these are what? These are departments. Different departments. So head of these different departments will communicate with each other. That will consider as the flow of horizontal communication. Now its nature. It may be in written or in oral. Generally, between two managers, oral communication can be considered. It will take place, right? Media. It is done in a specified form or statement. Now, how can we do this? How can we do this horizontal communication? Through face-to-face discussion also, right? One manager will sit with another one head of the department will sit with the another head of the department, and they can communicate with each other. Through meetings also, they can share their information, they can discuss the new plannings with each other. Through memos and medias are also used. So these are the medias, these are the ways through which we can do such kind of communication. Now, what are the advantages of horizontal communication? It saves time. Through this you can save time. It will create the efficiency of your organization, and you will get immediate feedback. If you are talking to the head of one department to the head of another department, immediately you are able to get the feedback. You can make good relation among the departments. Now further, we have few disadvantages also if we'll talk about horizontal communication. Jealousy among the superior rank. See, both those person are head of their department, so there can be jealousy between both of them. Feeling of frustration, wastage of time in gossip. They both are on the same rank, so maybe they can waste their time in the gossip. So all these there is a list of the disadvantages of the horizontal communication. Now once again, there is an example of that bank only. That's the same example which we used in upward communication to understand the upward communication and the downward communication. The same example of the bank only, right? So in downward communication, the message was going from cashier to finance manager, and from that branch manager. Downward communication, the message was coming from branch manager to finance manager and then to cashier. But here the message is following from marketing manager to finance manager to operation manager. Now here the marketing manager will not communicate with BDO or cashier. Why? Because if that marketing manager will communicate with BDO, it is downward communication. If BDO is communicating with cashier, then we can consider it as a horizontal communication. Now there is one more kind of communication. If we talk about the network of communication, that is what? That is diagonal communication. It is between two individuals at the different level, belongs from the different department. The department is totally different. If they will communicate with each other, that is considered as the diagonal communication. Now there is a flow chart of this kind of communication. Now in the normal communication, the sales manager will communicate with the production manager. The production manager will communicate from productive supervisors. So the flow is going like this. But in this communication, the sales manager will communicate with production supervisor. So the link is totally different. They both belong from a totally different department, right? So that's again, the flow is totally different. So these are the four kinds of communication, the four ways of communication through which we can create the whole network of communication. Now in this communication also we have few advantage, and along with the advantage we have few disadvantage also, right? Total removal of delay. Now how come? Suppose the sales manager, he wants to convey a message to the junior supervisor of production department. So usually what he will do? He will convey his message to the head of production department, and then that head of production department will convey the message to the junior supervisor. Now we can, now through this communication, what we can do, that manager of sales department can direct convey his message to the junior supervisor of the production department, through which we can do the removal of delay to communicate with anyone in the organization. Instant feedback we will find and clarification, and that will be very clear. Decrease the distortions among all of them, and further the better coordination, we can create the better coordination through this also, and faster problem solving. Through this way we can solve the problems in any organization in a very faster way. Now these are few disadvantages of this communication. What are the disadvantages? It can create disputes among both the departments, because both those persons, they belong from a different department. So he can say that, why you are giving me such kind of order, right? You are from different department, why should I listen to you? So these kind of disputes can occur in such communication. Now all these are the different parts of formal communication. As I said in the starting only, if we are going to understand the network of communication in any organization, there are two different kinds. One is formal and one is informal. So formal is what? Whatever we discussed till now, all those will consider informal communication, where we are following a proper way, where we are following a proper channel. But in business also we can do informal communication, and those informal communication is what? Referred to as a grapevine. Grapevine is what? Suppose all those employees, they are gossiping to each other, or we have some rumors, we have some news that maybe our company will launch any new products. So that is what? That is grapevine communication among the organization. and it flows all the direction. There is no fixed direction. As in formal communication, we have proper direction, downward, upward, horizontal, and here there is no directions. So here we are completing with this topic. The network of communication in any organization. To understand this network, first of all we have to understand the flow, the proper channel of any organization, and then we can judge that how this communication is flowing among all the departments or in any organization. To make any organization a perfect one, to make a good administration of any business, we should understand the network or communication first, because in business communication is very much important, and if the communication is the proper one, we are able to run our business in a very proper way. So that's all about the topic, the network of communication, especially that flow is important. All those parts are important, the different kinds of communication are important. We have to understand that information is going in what flow. It's going from a lower level to upper level, it's coming from upper level to lower level, it's moving around the departmental heads. So through all these ways, we are able to understand that what exactly the network of communication in any organization will work. So here I'll end with today's topic. All the goodbye to all of you. Thank you.
Sandhan, All Gujarat Integrated Classroom.
સેટેલાઇટના માધ્યમથી જોડતી કડી એટલે સંધાન.